yesterday night, after Arsenal getting good news that Manchester United had gone ahead to beat Manchester City by 2-1. If at all they win today, they are going to be 8 points ahead of Man City. But as we're still celebrating, bad news hit them as the technical director of Chelsea went ahead to travel to Poland to really hijack a deal of Mykhaylo Mudryk, and obviously a deal was hijacked, and now every Arsenal fan is asking himself, why didn't Arsenal sign Modric? Because the offer that Chelsea put in ahead of them was just 5 million euros more. That's it. That of Arsenal was 5 million euros less. That of Chelsea was 5 million euros more. That really leveled, all totaled up, all skyrocketed it to 100 million euros, exactly what Shakhtar Donetsk want. And now here onto the Rokani Media Football, I've went ahead to really collect all what Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to say about why Arsenal didn't sign Modric yesterday, and the player went to Chelsea, yet the player wanted Arsenal amidst all conditions. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you're actually watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto our channel. Now today, it's really something great that we are really doing the best of what we are really getting into this day, because it really looks chilly where I am, but I believe sunshine will come in later. It's a little bit chilly, sunshine beams a little bit, obviously. That is it. But yesterday, Arsenal fans were beaming with joy, not knowing that it's really going to be a bad ending. And the saying of the Englishman came to pass that a good beginning makes a bad ending. That day started on very well with United beating Man City. Obviously, it ended badly with Mykhaylo Mudryk being hijacked to Arsenal. Now Fabrizio Romano has went ahead to let us know about why this player didn't sign. Now he told us that, I understand the disappointment today because Mykhaylo Mudryk is a player that Arsenal already wanted in the final days of August transfer window. You get? In the August transfer window. In the August transfer window of the summer. That is it. So he's taking us through where this came in through. That Arsenal has been following this player from August, that is last year 2022, until now, when they really felt like it was the right time to go on and really sign him. So I said about this in the video I did yesterday that it's really painful that Arsenal were the ones who scouted this player. Chelsea never knew about this player. You get? Arsenal are the ones that really brought the name of Mykhaylo Mudryk to the spotlight. And all of us paid a very good eye at him when he was playing in the Champions League against RB Leipzig, against Real Madrid, and another team. I think there are three teams that he played against, and he played 6 games in the Champions League, and he really did well. When he played very well, Shakhtar really multiplied his evaluation by 2, and it hit 100 million euros. So that is it, and that's why Arsenal is really finding their fans disappointed. Then he went ahead to say that Arsenal had some conversations in August, but never made an official bid to Donetsk. Arsenal had some conversations with the agents, but they never made any official bid. But then October, November, December, Arsenal have been working on this Modric deal, meaning that Arsenal knew that they are going to sign this player in January. That's why they kept following the player. And come October, November, and December. Why is it October? Why did they start to gauge their interest a lot in this player in October? In September, the Champions League resumed. You know that very well. And the first game he played in the Champions League, he scored 1 goal and created 2 assists. That game, Shakhtar beat RB Leipzig by 4-1. I remember it like yesterday. He played very well and showed what a quality player he is. Then Arsenal said, all right, let's start pushing for this deal. And they started pushing for this deal until now, when everything went out of their hands. Then Fabrizio continued to say that, I can't tell you one thing. If Arsenal are top of the league, he said, I can tell you one thing. If Arsenal are top of the league, if Arsenal are living a fantastic moment in their history, with a team doing incredible, with many young talents, with many young players, super exciting to play for Arsenal, with a fantastic coach like Mikel Arteta, it's because they have a vision. So he's letting you know that you shouldn't come out and worry, because everyone has been a critic of how Arsenal brings in players. But right now, Arsenal is topping the Premier League, 5 points ahead of City, and they are playing some wonderful football, meaning that don't question their decisions, because these decisions that Arsenal have gone ahead to take have skyrocketed them from being 8th to being at the top of the league. That's what Fabrizio is really telling Arsenal fans all over the world. However much you guys are hurt, but Fabrizio is really coming out and really telling you the truth, of which it's okay, because they are really good planners for the team of Arsenal. Then he said, what Arsenal did today when they knew about Chelsea traveling to meet with Shakhtar to pay and reach an agreement and try to convince Modric, Arsenal were not in a panic. Arsenal have changed their approach to the transfer market. Arsenal are not reacting. Arsenal are not overpaying. This is where I credit Arsenal. You cannot run them ransom. That's it. You can't overvalue the player, and they show you that we've stretched to our level best of 95 million euros, and then you let the player go to Chelsea because of 5 million euros. That's out, meaning that Shakhtar were really ridiculous. You get? They are notorious. 5 million euros is just something small if someone has brought in 95 million euros, and that means it's Shakhtar that kept Chelsea in the know that Arsenal have made such and such a bid. That's it. That's why they brought in exactly the guaranteed fee that Arsenal had put onto the table, 70 million euros and 30 million euros of add-ons. Exactly, because Shakhtar kept talking to Toddy Boyle. You get? That Arsenal has brought this amount of money. Can you get us more? Meaning that for them, it was all about the money and not about the player. But if at all you find a good team that really cares about what the player wants, 95 million euros are just nothing. They are just nothing. 5 million euros are just nothing. So Arsenal are changing the approach. They don't want to overpay. And obviously, I've already told you that, to me, I believe it's a no in the right direction. Arsenal made a very good decision on the player known as Mykhaylo Mudryk, because you can't pay 95 million euros for a player like that. To me, I believe in this season, where Arsenal is topping the league, they need to go all out and get in players that are going to help them win the league. Then the rest of the players, or the rest of the reasons, all mistakes, all additions will be rectified in the summer. But right now, it's all about Arsenal strengthening their squad, because any player from the starting 11 of Arsenal, it's a drop-off. You know that very well. It's a huge drop-off, and that's why they don't want to pay off and let them. I feel that they can go in and find another player. Then he said, Arsenal are very clear. They do what they think is what they do. They do what they think is what they have to do. So they do their best. They offered on Thursday afternoon 70 million euros plus 25 million of add-ons for Modric. It's a lot of money. It's a big proposal. Then Shakhtar decided to wait for Chelsea, meaning that Shakhtar had already decided that we are selling this player to Chelsea, because they really wanted Chelsea to go ahead and really meet this, and the bidding war that they called for gave them what they wanted. And secondly, Shakhtar was waiting for Arsenal, but Arsenal said we are not adding 5 million euros to get that player. And obviously, that really hit a dead end. Chelsea took the player. Then Fabrizio told us that for Arsenal, it's not the question of overpaying or maybe reacting. They have a vision. Hear that? They have a vision. They have a strategy. And so they decided to say, this is our best. If the player wants to come and Shakhtar wants to accept the offer, we are happy. Otherwise, we are going to do something else. Have you heard that? This is where I credit Vinay, the CEO of Arsenal, and Edu, because if it was United, it would have gone ahead to pay that amount of money, because that's how they really went ahead and paid 100 million euros for Anthony. That's it. So, for Arsenal, they said, we are not going to overpay. We have a vision, and we have other players. If at all Shakhtar is not going to accept our offer, we are happy. we are going to go on and do something else, because there are a variety of players who are even proven than a player known as Modric. Let me give you an example. Arsenal has been linked to Rafinha. I'm coming back with that story here on the Rokani Media Football. Then there is Marco Asensio, better proven players than this guy. There are very many good players around the world that can come and really get the job done for Arsenal more than a player who goes by the names of Modric. That is, though it's painful to very many Arsenal fans of the world, but you have to go ahead and accept it that Arsenal know the best. Fabrizio told us that, so Arsenal have a different approach, but this was the case 1 year ago with Dusan Vlahovic. Arsenal didn't want to enter into any fight. Same with Locatelli, Martinez, and with Rafinha last summer when he decided to go to Barcelona and not accept Chelsea or Arsenal. So for Arsenal, they are not there to fight for the players because they know they have a very good scouting team that is going to get them the players they want. And for Mykhaylo Mudryk, if he decided to go to Chelsea, it's okay. For them, they are going to do the same thing. That's what they did with Vlahovic. They submitted the same amount of money. Vlahovic decided to go to Juventus. For Lisandro Martinez, they were willing to put in the bid. He said, I'm going to Manchester United. And then for Rafinha, they really made a bid of 60 million pounds. The player said, I'm going to Barcelona. That's it. So, as Mykhaylo told us that they will only sign players who want to come to their club, and it's only the player to decide where he wants to go on and play. So that is what Arteta said in the pre-match press conference of the North London derby that's going to be played today. Now, for Fabrizio, he told us that Arsenal are like this. They want to go only for players that are convinced about their project and only for the right place. They don't want to go for crazy things. This is Arsenal's mentality. That is Fabrizio Romano, and Arsenal's mentality has really led them to being on top of the Premier League, and their project is one of the most convincing projects in the world, and I credit Arsenal for that 100%. Then he said, some can't appreciate it, but I'm sure there is Arsenal fans, or there are Arsenal fans appreciating this strategy, because again, if Arsenal are top of the league today, it's because of this strategy. So I know this has really brought in divided opinions. It has boiled into one or two because Arsenal fans are really divided. Some are really annoyed to an extent that they've even put Edu out. It's trending on Twitter. They've gone ahead to really demean Edu, but that is really ridiculous. And I take it as I refer to that as being myopic and not understanding. The person you are really demeaning right now because of this deal of Mykhaylo Mudryk is the one who has transformed Arsenal to where it is. When did you guys last see yourselves into a frame of winning the trophy? That was in 2007, 2008. Those are like how many years? 14, 13 years back. So don't demean a person who has gone ahead to make footballing decisions that have put the club where you are and you guys are excited about. And that's why you should go ahead and really appreciate him, because every happiness you are having at Arsenal, it's because of this guy. Don't demean him. Don't demean him. And the strategy they are following has really paid off for a club called Arsenal. Then he said, the Arsenal fans, of course, that are disappointed, because I can understand the excitement when you sign a top player like Modric, so it's normal to be disappointed. So Arsenal fans are disappointed, but it's normal to be disappointed. But I think you have no reason to be disappointed because the window is not yet closed. I think it will be of a low understanding capacity to judge what Arsenal is going to do next and be disappointed now, because other players will come. Other players will come. You get? Players will come. So don't judge Arsenal for now. Judge them when the winter transfer window is done on the 31st of January. He concluded by letting us know that. But I think the reality we have to say is that Edu, the board, the owners, and Arteta have always been very clear. They do things when they feel it's the right thing and not overpaying or overreacting. That's what Fabrizio said, and he concluded his say of why Arsenal didn't sign Mykhaylo Mudryk at that point. So guys, that's what I had for you for today. Tell me what you think about what why Arsenal didn't sign Modric? Do you think those reasons Arsenal are giving are valid and sounding? If not, give me your reason. If yes, give me your reason too, because it looks like we are headed into a heated conversation of who is who in this in this transfer window. But Arsenal are embarking on other signings, and trust me, by next week, Arsenal are really going to be in for a huge signing, and they are really trying hard to sign players to join a team called Arsenal. Rokani David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share. Continue to subscribe. We hit 10,000 subscribers, and now we are onto the road of 20,000 subscribers. Continue to subscribe to this channel, because this is where you're going to get legit information, and we give you a 360 coverage of this entire transfer window. Arsenal taking on Spurs today. Obviously, we are going to come, do the match debut lap, and obviously, when the game is done, the match reaction will follow. I sign out for now. See you later. May the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. Those who love Big Brother Titans is starting today. I'm out.